My name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to SkipperWing Draws a Thing, where I, draw a thing, or multiple things, as the case may be. So, today's subject is Ms. Marvel, specifically the Kamala Khan incarnation that debuted either earlier this year, or somewhere towards the middle end of last year. I should probably look that up. And so, actually starting off, I wanted to discuss something that bugs me whenever I draw singular characters. That being composition. And really, it's not so much composition as sort of placement within a space, which I guess really defaults to composition, but I'll get more into detail. Specifically, that the character should exist in a space. In my previous drawing of Kim Possible, or the Betty Page version of The Rocketeer, you can see the characters sort of hanging in a space, and they're just kind of hanging there and posing. And that's not in and of itself a bad thing, but I like the idea that images tell a story. And part of that story is conveyed in their environment, how they're placed, how we're looking at them. What are they doing? Not just simply posing, but what are they doing? I mean, in this illustration of Kamala, you can tell she's about to hit something with a really big fist. It's in the air, probably, and she is off the ground and kind of larger than life. And you can tell that because of her perspective. Her foot is elongated. We're looking up at her from the ground, and her leg is stretched out. Also, her arm is massive and pulled back in a motion that implies that it's going to swing forward. See also the motion lines on her fist. And I believe that single images should try and tell a story when possible. It's not always going to be possible. Sometimes there's going to be time constraints. Sometimes the character doesn't really necessitate more than a simple concept image. And sometimes, especially if you're drawing concept art, being clear in what's going on clarity is a lot more important than narrative, I guess. So yeah. With Kamala, I decided to imply that there is a story going on by putting her in an environment and putting her in a perspective. Not the best use, but at the time I was under a 30-minute time limit, so yeah. Continuing on, I decided to color her and continue on from a technique that I had implemented in my Kim Possible drawing. That is, using colored outlines for her character, but using black shadows when thick enough. And I think this is a little bit more refined than last week's with Kim Possible. Mostly because partially because it's not the first time I'm experimenting with it, but also because I picked a outline color that is closer to her traditional outfit. Whereas Kim's green might, if you fit the burgundy in her pants, that green doesn't really work as well. Contrast with the burgundy for Kamala, it's in her pants, it's in her sleeves, and if you're really stretching, it's in her hair too. There's a dark brown or greenish brown, depending on what you're looking at the time. So yeah. So, for the environment, well, confession, I'm not that great at drawing environments. Mostly because I find that, or at least in the past, I'd find that when I tried to over-detail the environment, then it would overshadow the characters, and I haven't found the right balance yet. So, until I have, I'm trying to minimalize what I do with the environment. However, I do try and imply a sense of mood with my lighting. And also what I decided to do was implement a border and a logo. And I don't know why I like doing this, but I do. Partially because I think it helps direct the action, and partially because it gives it a sense of composition. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And that's it for today's pick. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and leave a comment about what you'd like to see me draw next. If you're new, please subscribe for more content. This is Colin SkipperWing Bird signing out, and I'll catch you peeps later.